It's 6:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. One man has died and another has been taken to hospital following a single vehicle crash last night at Wards River. Police say a Peugeot 307 crashed on the Buckets Way at about 11:15, claiming the life of the 24-year-old driver, while his 30-year-old passenger was taken to the John Hunter Hospital with minor injuries. It's believed wet weather played a part in the crash. Port Stephens Mayor Bruce McKenzie says talks held with state ministers over the Williamtown contamination scare have been positive. Around 300 residents in the area rely on bore water, but the full extent of the contamination is still being determined. Council and the state government have agreed to work together on a solution to the crisis. Meanwhile, Paterson MP Bob Baldwin has told federal parliament all sides of politics must share the blame for the problem.
All sides of politics at one time or another have been responsible for this issue. It's not a political issue, it's a bureaucratic bungling, but the government needs to step up to the plate. I've met with the Prime Minister on Tuesday night. I've met briefly with the Minister for Defence. More needs to be done. We just can't keep playing the waiting game and exacerbating the situation for those that have lost their income.
An Aberdeen man has been arrested and charged with drug supply offences. It's alleged the 21-year-old was involved in the supply of MDMA in the Newcastle area in December last year. He's been granted bail to face court at a later date. A David and Goliath fight is heading to the Land and Environment Court today over a major coal mine development in the Upper Hunter. Coal giant Yancoal has been told it can't proceed with the Ashton South East open cut mine unless the company purchases Wendy Bowman's 182-hectare Rosedale property. However, the 80-year-old is refusing to sell.
It was the Hunter Environment Lobby that took this on. The reason that they did was because Ashton Coal, the mining company, wanted to mine the creek flats where we grow the lucerne, the oats, the barley, the corn.
Another high-rise has been earmarked for Newcastle's West End across the road from the planned Wickham interchange. Plans have been lodged with Council to build a $60 million twin-tower apartment block in Charles Street, featuring 122 apartments over 11 stories. Ausgrid has launched a new survey on tree trimming around power lines in parts of the Central Coast and the Hunter. Anthony O'Brien from Ausgrid says the feedback will be used to help guide and improve Ausgrid's tree trimming programs while maintaining a safe and reliable power supply for customers.
Each year, Ausgrid trims around 60,000 trees throughout the Newcastle and Hunter area, and they're growing around 14,000 kilometres of low and high voltage power line. It's essential that we manage these trees.
Briefly, the storm which hit the Hunter yesterday afternoon packed a punch, with the SES called out to 12 jobs, mainly for flash flooding, leaking roofs and fallen trees.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club's Melbourne Cup Carnival.
Melbourne Victory will need to break a 6-year hoodoo if they're to beat the Newcastle Jets tonight. The Southern City side has had a pretty ordinary record on our turf, picking up 4 losses and 4 draws. The Victory will be at full strength for the first time this season. Defending Melbourne Cup champion Protectionist will not be competing this year due to bone bruising in all 4 fetlocks. Broadmeadow trainer Chris Lees sent the 5-year-old stallion for scans after a disappointing run last weekend. He's said to have a 6-month spell before making any further moves in his career. And in harness racing, Lauren Pinella is set to return to the track today behind Good Time Stride in the last Newcastle International Paceway race. The 22-year-old has been sidelined with multiple fractures in her left hand and wrist since June. That's Sport. I'm Georgia Moylan.
2 in URFM News Time, 26 to 7.